We all know the guy on the $1 bill. The myth, the legend, the first president of the United States. But I can guarantee that nobody was ready for the absolute cinematic masterpiece that is young Washington. Released perfectly in time to build hype for America's 250th anniversary, this movie is completely dominating the box office right now and taking over everyone's social media feeds. But we have to ask the real question. Is it actually a modern masterpiece that deserves the hype, or is it just another patriotic cash grab designed to sell tickets? Today, we are breaking down the biggest and most intense scenes, looking at exactly why theaters across the US, Canada, and even all the way in Singapore are completely sold out, and unpacking that insane, chilling ending that left literally everybody in my theater completely speechless. Grab your popcorn and get comfortable, because we are diving deep into the world of young Washington. Let's start right at the beginning with the plot. The brilliant thing here is that the movie completely skips the Revolutionary War that we have seen a million times in history books and older films. Instead, it throws us headfirst into the raw, unforgiving grit of the 1750s. George is in his early 20s, he is highly ambitious, deeply flawed and honestly, a bit reckless in his decision-making. The opening sequence where he navigates the freezing, brutal wilderness during the French and Indian War sets the tone perfectly. It is gritty, it is incredibly dark, and the stunning cinematography feels a whole lot like The Revenant. The camera work puts you right there in the mud and the snow with him. What the director did brilliantly here is humanize a historical icon. He is not a perfect, untouchable hero yet. He is making serious tactical mistakes and paying the price for them. The pivotal scene at Fort Necessity is a massive turning point for his character. The rain is pouring down in buckets, his troops are completely surrounded and losing hope, and you can literally see the birth of a military genius forming under extreme life-or-death pressure. The actor playing him captures that panic and ultimate resolve perfectly. Now, before we get into the wild box office numbers, the brilliant supporting cast, and that mind-blowing final act, if you are enjoying this deep dive review and want more breakdowns of the biggest movies of the year, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot, and you definitely don't want to miss our upcoming videos. Alright, let's talk about the numbers and the global impact. So, how is the world reacting to this American story? The box office for this film is absolutely staggering. In just its first few weeks, it has crossed the $350 million mark domestically, breaking records for historical dramas. But here is what is truly fascinating to me. It is not just an American hit. Audiences in Canada and Singapore are driving massive international numbers, which proves this is a universal story about leadership and survival. In Canada, it is currently tracking as the #1 drama of the summer, largely because of the stunning wilderness survival elements that resonate so well. Over in Singapore, it is trending heavily on social media platforms because audiences there are heavily invested in the complex political strategy and the high-stakes diplomacy shown in the second act. The Rotten Tomatoes audience score is sitting at a rock-solid 94% across these Tier 1 markets. People aren't just passively watching this movie, they are experiencing it and debating it online. Moving into the third act, the movie shifts gears from raw physical survival to a high-stakes game of political chess. The climax isn't some massive CGI battle with explosions everywhere. It is a quiet, intensely shot conversation in a dimly lit, smoky room in Virginia. George finally realizes that the British Empire doesn't respect the colonists and never will. The acting in this specific scene is without a doubt Oscar-worthy. You can see the exact moment the seed of the American Revolution is planted in his head just through his facial expressions. The tension in the room is incredibly thick, and the sound design brilliantly drops out completely, leaving only the crackle of the fireplace and his heavy dialogue. It is an absolute masterclass in tension building that rivals films like Oppenheimer. But we really need to talk about that ending, because it changes the context of everything we just watched. Throughout the film, we get these tiny hints of the iconic man he will eventually become. The final shot is what everyone on the internet is talking about. It jumps years later. The screen is almost completely dark, giving this eerie, isolated feeling. We see the silhouette of Washington, standing completely alone, looking out over the freezing, jagged ice of the Delaware River. He turns his head slightly, and we hear the absolute faintest sound of a marching drumline slowly fading in from the background. Then it abruptly cuts to black. It is incredibly chilling. It doesn't hold your hand or give you a cheesy speech, it just tells you that the storm is coming. It is the perfect setup for an inevitable sequel, and honestly, it is easily one of the most powerful closing shots of the decade. Overall, young Washington gets a very solid 9 out of 10 from me. It is visually stunning, historically grounded, and carries serious emotional weight. But what did you guys think of that final shot and the movie as a whole? Let me know your theories down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.